Next Nation. I'm still trying to grow my channel a little bit. I know I don't have a lot of views. If y'all see or hear my commentary, just kind of hit the like button or something, share it with somebody else. I'm just trying to grow the channel to see if it works. I have been a little busy lately and I haven't posted a video in a while, but I'm going to get better at it. I'm still working on some technology stuff, making sure my videos are a little better quality than what I have. Again, these videos are alleged and they are, in my opinion, and they're for entertainment purposes only. That's all they're for. And this is coming from the Water Hose Crews, Gen X Nation. I like to call us the Water Hose Crew. And Lord, I had to put my water hose down the other day and get back on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I do not want my channel to be solely about this show, but they just keep giving you stuff to talk about. And a lot of it ain't even in their best interest. It's just a lot of foolery. So I'm gonna do a quick rundown of what I've seen in these internet streets, how what my opinion is of it based on a Gen X perspective. And I'm trying to make the videos a little short. I don't like making long videos because I don't like watching long videos myself sometimes. But we're going to go through a couple of people, pretty much the whole cast. But I did see the promo they had for the upcoming season. And of course, as we all noticed, we didn't see Stormy on there and her husband. And I didn't see Chris Fletcher and Nell on the cast thing. But that doesn't mean they won't be friends to the show. Rumor is Stormy's leaving, but we'll get into that later on. The first people down on my list that, you know, to me is the show can live or live without. They're really not that relevant, but they on the cast list. And I kind of think Ken and Trisha was more of a setup to replace Stormy and Courtney, because they seemed to hop in there as Stormy and Courtney was getting their stuff together on the business side to walk away from the show. But that's just my opinion. From a Gen Xer, we tend to read between the lines a lot, and that's what I see. This rundown may not be as nice and kind as the other ones that I did. I'm going to get a little bit more into what this channel is about from a Gen X perspective. Sometimes we don't hold back no punches. We speak our mind. And I'm about to speak my mind now. I've been really nice on a lot of this stuff. And if you look at my other videos, I did call some things on that before it happened. And I see it. We can read between the lines on a lot of BS. Let's just get to Ken, Trisha, and Marquez. I ain't even putting up pictures of these people. I'm just going to keep the cast photo up. Trish and Marquez, do something. Finish the divorce. I don't want the whole season to be about, oh, well, me and Ken still dating, but I want a divorce. Please don't ride this divorce out for years to come like Ashley over there at Real Housewives of Potomac. Apparently you guys are trying to make the divorce your only storyline, and if that doesn't go through, you don't have a storyline. Get that out the way. And if you won't do it for anybody else, Trish, do it for your children. Because right now, your children are sitting there watching their mom, who is still married to their dad, live and have a whole family with another man. I don't know what's in the water in Huntsville, but a lot of y'all, I don't know if it's just this crew that y'all go and recruit, but y'all seem to think that's okay down there. And it's just not. It's just not. I don't get it. You know, I'm not saying you can't date Ken, but Ken should not be living in your house until that divorce is signed off on. You got to set a better example. Ken, you know dang on well you was creeping up behind Trisha when she was still with Marquez. But I'm going to leave that alone. Marquez, I'm going to hold you accountable because you got up and left your family. You opened the door for Ken. So hopefully this season you get that divorce done. Ken makes Trisha an honorable woman. But the three of y'all, I'm just going to be honest, y'all not going to be able to carry the show. From what I hear, the ratings are down a little bit. And nobody's really tuning in to see y'all mess. We're over it. You got a show that basically circled around a lady getting cheated on by her husband who caused a divorce and the demise of a family. And y'all coming in with that same mess. People are over that. Just stop. Like literally, it's not even entertaining no more. Like my generation used to say TMI. I don't know if people still use it. Too much information. Sometimes just keep some stuff to yourself. Take it to the grave. Stop letting these producers have y'all out here in these streets looking like fools. Because after this show leaves the air, and one day it will, y'all still got to live in that community. And your legacy will be on that television forever for everybody to see. Your kids, your family, your friends, your co-workers, whatever. Just stop. We're going to move on to Nell and Chris. I will say Nell and Chris are still holding on, as I said before, and I'm going to talk about Nell later on. But as I said before, they are a strong couple. They really do love each other. They were talking about maybe getting a spinoff that's in the YouTube streets. Again, this is all allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. I think Nell and Chris, a 50-50 chance of getting a spinoff that'll work. They do have a kind of an interesting family dynamics, but if you start getting too arrogant and start doing things that the audience don't like, the audience will turn against you. I don't have a dog in this fight. So when I do my commentaries, I just try to see it from just a viewer perspective, a fan of the show who's been watching it from day one, season one. Please remember that. But I'm going to tell you, as a viewer, now you're getting a little arrogant. Chris, Mr. Fletcher, he's still doing good. I like Mr. Fletcher. Now, if you turn the audience off, against you, it's going to hurt. If you think I'm lying, look at the Scotts. No disrespect to the Scotts, but that's why the things that you're trying to do is not working for you on certain aspects, because people don't like you. If you want your business to flourish, you got to have people that like you. And I'm not saying Nell and Miss Fletcher, Chris, they have a great business, but I'm not saying that. But Nell, if you want that ratings to go up, the viewership to go up, if you decide to do a spinoff show and you want people to watch, you're going to have to be pulled back a little bit and be more likable. Because right now you're kind of on the fence. Some people like you, some people don't. I'm giving you my perspective of you, because you up in my generation. Your behavior, you're a beautiful lady, but some of the stuff you signing off on, we'll talk about. Destiny, Destiny. I've said it in a previous video. I said for some reason, everybody say Moses is a nice looking guy, this, that, and the third. Moser gave me hustler vibes from day one. I said, Moses is that guy that I done seen in my neighborhoods back in the day when I was a child that had a woman on every corner, and he went for his best option. You weren't picked because you were going through a messy divorce. Your finances wasn't right, even though he may actually like you a little more than he likes Sonny. I'm gonna be honest with you. 15 years, there was some feelings there. Married, not married, whatever happened. But you wasn't the best option at the time that he needed to move what he was trying to do forward. He wanted to be on TV. He wanted to, do his little businesses on the side. And you didn't have a good enough fan base where people really liked you, because they were coming at you, Destiny, from every which way. I don't know why, but I'm telling you, I do understand why. You do have kind of a nasty attitude. But again, the producers could be editing that for us to think that. I don't know you personally, okay? This is why I say this is just my opinion. But you weren't the best option at the time. See, men are as faithful as their options. And at the time, he's looking at you going through a divorce. You got a child. You're having some financial struggles. You can't get your footing. And then he's looking at Sonny. She has some businesses going on. She's a producer on, various TV shows she has produced. So he looked at this one over here and said, this is probably a better lane for me right now. Both of them fighting for me, but this one is a better lane. And I said it in my previous video. He gives me hustler vibes, and he hustled you. But both of y'all broke together. What was y'all going to do? He needed something on this side that was going to help him elevate where he needed to go to. The downside to all of this is both of y'all knew about his criminal past. I didn't know, he mentioned it on TV, but nobody knew he was on probation. So what he's telling me is he risked coming to Huntsville and violating probation to film with Sonny, which was more lucrative for him. But he would not risk coming to visit you when you and him were dating on the show. That should tell you something. I do believe Moses liked you, but I just felt like for him, Sonny was the better offer. Now, Destiny, you're kind of coming off as a clout chaser, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, because at one point you were good friends with Mel and whatever, and then then you went over to Tisha, and then you're down there, and you're still friends with Tisha, and you couldn't stand Stormy. Now you're with Stormy, because Stormy, as you see, has elevated her business to a level where you only wish you can be. Now, Madani is not doing what it's doing. You're putting stuff out. I don't know, oils or big D energy stuff. I don't know. You're putting this stuff out. It's not selling. It's not selling because you're not building an audience. There are people who like you, Destiny, but there are not enough people out there where you can make money off your product that they're going to buy. So you got to change the narrative. And you probably still have time. Open up a little more. Let people be vulnerable. And I'll say this. And once you do that, your products will start selling more because people will buy the stuff, just based on the fact that they like you, like your character, and they want to support you. If you go on the show with this disposition about all these old, desperate, bitter women and toxic women who hate us and this and that, that's not doing much for your audience at all. I mean, you calling the millimeters bitter women and old women and all that. I don't know what birth certificate you guys looking at, but based on my knowledge of watching the show, y'all closer to 40 than y'all are to 30. And some of y'all probably around the corner from menopause. So who are you calling old? I'm still trying to figure that out. You ain't too much younger or probably the same age as the people you calling old and bitter. And whether they married or not has nothing to do with it. There are some women out here who's been through a divorce and they are perfectly happy on their second marriages or single, whatever. Just because you had a failed relationship don't mean you bitter. You may be bitter for 5 days. You may be bitter for 5 months, but you eventually get off your whatever couch and get your life back together. You don't stay in that zone forever. So that should have never been said. And that also probably lost you guys some support. You can't talk nasty about people that you want to watch the show, people who are actual fans of the show, who are keeping your ratings up. For you to say that for you guys to sit on that couch and say that at the time, you and Tisha and the rest of y'all, that was it wasn't the brightest move. I'm just saying that. It wasn't the brightest move at all. You should basically be focused more on trying to get your businesses together, find something that sticks. It seems like to me, you're the type of person, when I mean clout chaser, what I'm saying is, when Martell was dating Cherie and Hank, quote unquote, dating Cherie, allegedly, and hanging out in Atlanta, all I seen you post, and I don't think I follow many of y'all, but I see stuff come up on my feed. All I seen you post was you in Atlanta with Martell at Cherie house at a party with her. Sheree, I'm sorry, I'm calling her Sheree. You down there, hobnogging with the Atlanta crew, the reality TV stars down there, rubbing shoulders to get them, I guess, trying to get you something going, doing little interviews and all of that, leeching on to people in Atlanta, thinking that's going to get you and Martell to elevate to the next level in the reality world. And so that's what you did. And then when that situation didn't work out and Martell wobbled his butt back over there to Huntsville to harass his wife yet again for something stupid, then you went back over there. Then you got close with Stormy, and the Fletchers and the rest of them. Now you're using Stormy to help you get your business off the ground. And I know she volunteered to help people get their business off the ground. But I can guarantee you, Stormy, word to the wise, when people show you who they are, believe them. As soon as you and Destiny have a conflict of interest, she gonna go right back to the old Destiny with the nasty attitude and don't have anything to say to you, because her products are not going to be moving as fast as she wants them to move. They're not going to move like your products move, because she doesn't have the following and the fan base that you have, who are willing to spend their hard-earned money on the product. Take note of that. Get it together, Destiny. I want you to win. And I know sometimes I'm harsh because I'm a Gen X and I'm just going to say it how I see it. I know sometimes I'm harsh, but I'm saying it because people just don't say that. Some people just don't say, I won't say that. There are some content creators out there who be in your behind, but just get it together. I like to see us win. And I mean that literally. And sometimes we lose that when we're so worried about chasing fame and F y'all and don't follow me, whatever. But you also have to understand, when you put your life out there for the world to see, they're going to have an opinion. Baby, if I post a reply on Twitter to somebody's post, and it don't even matter how nice the reply is or how controversial the reply is, somebody going to reply back and don't like what I posted and then try to drag me. I don't care. I either block them or keep it pushing. I'm not finna argue with you. It's not worth my time. So stop arguing with the fans. Worry about what the fans doing. Focus on getting your business off the ground. Focus on, you have this mental Mondays that you claim is for your mental health and to keep you straight. Mental Mondays, all I see on mental Mondays with you is it's more of a Melanie Monday. I watch one or two. Again, I don't have a lot of time. I watch one or two of those mental Mondays, and all you did the whole time was talk about Melanie, in my opinion, in the show. You didn't talk about anything about getting your life together, being heard, and I don't know. I just see your mental Mondays is it's more about Melanie constantly. Somehow or another, whatever you're discussing, whatever the topic is, it rolls back into Melody and tells me deep rooted inside, you wish you were still friends with her. You really know that you dropped the ball on that one, because being her friend could elevate you to another level. But you chose your side, and hopefully it works out for you on that side. Sonny and Moses, I'm gonna make this quick. Sonny, again, Moses picked you. You are his wife. You don't have to answer nobody at that point. But you got to understand, I seen you on the internet. People were showing pictures of you going off, telling people you're going to tell everybody everything. Then you crying and apologizing. Moses in jail for allegedly 11 months. I don't know. I'm just saying what I've seen in the streets. The reason people don't have sympathy for you and get in your behind is because you came in the show hot. You came in the show going off on Destiny. Again, I'm not a big fan of Destiny, but you could have came in that show, sit down, had a conversation with her. No, you went in there, that's my husband. Well, he chose me and I got the ring. All that. Nobody likes that, especially when you're dealing with women, because there are a lot of women who have been hurt by men in ways like that, where they thought they was the girl or the number one person, and then come to find out that they weren't. And that's very hurtful. So I think that really turned the viewers off from you. I personally, again, not a big fan of yours because of the way you came out to Destiny, but I do understand you don't have to, as much as, like I said before, Destiny may not be one of my favorites, but the way you came on the show with your arrogance and you didn't have to, it kind of turned me off a little bit. But again, I don't, dislike you per se. I do wish you well. I hope you and Moses figure it out, Of course, they had other issues with Moses as far as him. Apparently, there's lawsuits now. He's been scamming people, allegedly. So I don't know what's going on there. But I did say in my other video, Moses gave me hustler vibes. And I knew my vibes was right. Stormy and Courtney, I wish you the best. I'm not going to say too much about you guys. Again, you guys are an awesome couple. I love the way you're trying to get your businesses together. And Stormy, I get it. I see, as soon as you reach to a certain level, I see people coming out with Stormy this, Stormy that, her fragrance this, her body, but you're trying to fix it. And I will give you this warning. Don't stress yourself out trying to get seeking perfection. Keep doing what you're doing. It's going to get better. Your business is really, really doing well. You got this TikTok thing down to a science, and you do have a great personality on TikTok. I know some people just, don't care for you because of what your mama does and says and how she be on these, as they say, internet streets on Facebook and in the bushes talking stuff about Mel. She really just needs to stop that. And I from what I've seen on the show, you have no control of what your mother does. But I just wish she act her age, as we would say back in Gen X. Just act your damn age, lady. You are too old to be out here. I'm not finna be out here fighting with anybody my child is dealing with, unless they physically harm my child. Then I may have some input. Stop. Just act your age, lady. Your daughter is a multimillionaire. You're living off of, and I ain't saying you're living off her per se, but you're enjoying the fruits of her labor. You have a good life. Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? Do you need a man, a boyfriend, something like, according to the rest of y'all, we're bitter, millimeters are bitter, angry people and they don't have men. Well, maybe that's what's wrong with her. I don't know. But there's no reason, if my daughter would have a successful business and I can just sit back and benefit from it and live my life and travel, do whatever, I ain't mad at nobody. Ain't nothing you could say to me. All I'm saying is your business is you're gonna get it together, Stormy. I know you're very smart. You've got a good supportive husband. I wish y'all well. The body butter, the fragrances, the hair products. I hope all of those started getting back into rotation and see a big empire come out of you. And I will honestly say I have some of your body butter right now. I've ordered it, and I have some of the oils. I ordered it a while back, but and the stuff is really smells good. So I know there's some criticism, maybe certain flavors people get or certain scents don't smell as well. I haven't bought the fragrance, but I have bought some of your stuff. And I want to say this, I've bought products from everybody on the show. So I've gotten some of male clothing. I have some of black champagne. I think I got 2 bottles still left. When it first came out and I was viewing the show, I liked it. I support black businesses. I want people to understand that I do. I've bought stuff from several black vendors that I've seen on the internet that I thought, I found out they were legit, and I've gotten stuff from them. So I've bought stuff from that black apparel company that sell workout gear. I forget their name, but it's on top of my head. I've bought purses from Protect Black Women, that particular label, CISE size. So I've Brandon Blackwood, Telfar bags. I support black businesses. So I want people to understand that it's not about who I like. I hate this person, whatever. If you have a good product and you're a good person, then I will buy your product. Okay, or at least I don't hear much about you. And this is why, Destiny, you can't get your stuff off the ground, because you guys aren't very likable to the audience. So with that being said, I wish them well. I'm hearing that they may or may not be on the show next season. They may start off and disappear. I wishing them the best. Stormy and Courtney, you guys really are needed on this show. I don't care what nobody say. I enjoy the conversations you guys have, and it brings a different perspective because you guys actually are what the show is about, black business. So whether people like you or not, you guys are about what the show is about, black business. So for you guys to be gone, I don't know how much business is left on the show, because that's a multi-million dollar business, legitimately multi-million dollar business with acres of land and big old houses, multi-million dollar business that we actually see on that show and watch it grow and go through its ups and downs and its hiccups. So wishing you guys the best. Mel, as much as the people on the show have their issues with you and you're this or that and you're not a good friend, all of that, every single person on the show, in my opinion, are trying to chase your success, except for Stormy. And I'll say that again. Allegedly, and in my opinion, every person on the show is somehow trying to chase some of the success you have. They may not be in the same area like beauty products, as Marcel like to say, selling t-shirts. They may not be in that area, but they're trying to get that level of success, because I don't see them in a house on a hill like you. I don't see them on acres and acres of farmland like Stormy. They still in the same house as they was from the day the show started. Maybe they're saving their money. I don't know. But I know what my eyes show me, at least what the cameras roll in on. Now, if you're leasing, renting houses and whatever, we as viewers only see what you give us. So if the producers are editing your mansions out, if they're editing stuff out, that's fine. I would say the Fletchers have a big, beautiful house too. So that don't leave much left, okay? The rest of y'all pretty much live in houses, hell, just like the one I live in. I mean, I don't have a big spacious house, but it's a decent size and it's a decent suburban community. So you're not, living these grand lives. So you're still chasing the success of Stormy. You're still chasing the success of Mel, because, they are some of the 2 most successful people on the show. It's Jesus. I'm going to need God. I'm going to need Jesus and everything in me to fix this. When I say Jesus fix this, this is what I'm talking about. This dude, Martell, I, in my life, have seen some raggedy dudes, some raggedy men, some raggedy husbands, fathers, whatever you want to call them. I've ran across every single one of them type of people in my lifetime, whether I dated a person like that or somebody in my family or friends. But Martell, you a different kind of ignorant. You really are. It has been almost 4 years since that lady left you. When I say leave her alone, I'm not just not understanding what part of that you get. So let me make this make sense to me. Cause you is one ignorant ass Negro. You gonna sit here and tell me that you gonna file a complaint against your ex-wife because she may or may not have a boyfriend who may or may not be married. I don't think Mel would mess with a married man. But he's sitting at her house watching TV. When your raggedy ass, excuse my French, take her 4 kids over to your raggedy place with that raggedy mouth, scallywag, stank heifer you dating or with that broke up your marriage and got your kids sitting there in front of them with your out of wedlock son trying to make y'all some blended family. You got your kids around that girl since day one. 4 years later, she may or may not have a boyfriend, and you got a problem because some man is in your house with your children, but you ain't got a problem with that home wrecker you living with around your kids at Cheesecake Factory birthday parties and crap. You are I'm about to say some words that pretty much is not politically correct anymore. Because back in Gen X days, we was allowed to say that. So I have to be careful what comes out of my mouth at this point. But you are about one ignorant fool. And taking it to the courthouse, talking about she in the house. Who are you questioning? Do you got cameras in the house? Are you stalking her? How do you know what's going on in her house? Do you got what's those things? Those airdrops? What's going on here? You are way too concerned about your ex-wife. It makes no sense. Focus on getting some type of business off the ground. Because word on the YouTube streets, allegedly, you might be getting sued for stealing people money, taking people money, and not building homes. I don't know. And the house that you built looked like it didn't sell. You have to understand, you got to reinvent yourself. And continually doing what you're doing is ridiculous. It makes absolute no sense for you to continue to harass and bother this child. I don't get it. I just don't get it. You need to focus on getting your business off the ground, getting you some cash flow. Because if this show gets canceled, where are you getting your money from? You and Arionne need to go get some jobs. Because according to her, Martell pay all my bills and she don't work. What an idiot. She is so dependent on you. That's why she does whatever you say, because you pay her bills. See, that's called, what do you call it? Financial abuse. And she don't even know it. She got to do what you say because you pay her rent. What an idiot. If she was financially secure, like some of these other women around here, they wouldn't mess with you. And that's why you with her, because the other women ain't messing with you because they don't need it. All I'm saying is, leave that child alone. I know you will probably never look in the mirror and take any blame or fault for what you did to your marriage. But you left a woman with 4 children. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. For that scallywag, bird brain, disrespectful heifer. And I'm trying to use my words wisely. Disrespectful heifer. And then take your children over there to the woman who was sleeping with their daddy behind their mama back and made a child and got your kids over there trying to be stepmom to them. She would never be Mel. You will never be able to replace Mel with that. It's just not going to happen. Those are just two different, they not like us. They're 2 different type of women. And I said in my previous video, Martell likes women like Arionne. Mel was too much for him. See, Mel was a woman. He wanted the picket fence, the beautiful wife, the arm can he could take around and show, look at my wife, look at my beautiful family. But Arionne's a chick he really mentally, he's mentally aligned with. He's not mentally aligned with Mel. That's why he kept running over there for 5 years. That is exactly why your ass kept running over there for 5 years. You weren't mentally aligned with the woman you was with. And I can go on all day with Martell dumb behind, but I'm going to let it go. But here's who I'm going to get next, and I'm going to close this out. Even though this heifer ain't part of the show, you had the mitigated gall, Miss Arionne Curry slash coleslaw slash scallywag stank mouth home wrecker disrespectful heifer who apparently need to be re-raised by somebody because whoever raised her the first time missed the mark. Literally missed the freaking mark. You have the mitigated gall to post a picture on your social media, and you know what you posted, of that man and his wife trying to call. Where would you even get that picture from? Why would you even post that? That has absolutely nothing to do with you. But once again, Martell's puppet. Because guess what? You are being financially abused and you don't have a choice but to do what he say. Because according to you, Martell pay all my bills. When a man pay all your damn bills, he control you. When you don't have your own money, you don't have room to move. And I'm sure ain't nobody in them Huntsville streets hiring your dumb ass. Excuse my language. That's why you're sitting up there, too lazy to work, and probably the other half, people don't want to hire you because they know who you are and know what you did. Because you went on TV blasting it out. You went on social media blasting it out. And you know why Martell with you? Because everybody who meets him, they Google search and say, oh no, not this nigga. He left his wife for 4 kids for this girl. He did what? And he broke. See, Martell wants to be up here in the upper echelon of women like Cherie and Sheree Whitfield and them. Baby, you don't have the money to roll with them. You couldn't even pay for Sheree's birthday meal, according to her, in Kenya. So you don't have the money to roll with them. So just stop it. You right where you need to be, at the level you need to be. Now you and Arionne trying to level up. Y'all want a little TV show. Ain't nobody finna watch you on OWN. You might, like they say, go over to Zeus or one of them networks. They may take you in. Nobody finna watch you on OWN. Nobody finna watch you. Because you can't find happiness making other people miserable. 4 years. Most of the people who've been divorced for 4 years have moved on and probably a new relationship about to get remarried again. Shit. What are you doing? That lady let you walk away and you don't even have to pay freaking child support and it's 4 kids. You should be happy and doing whatever the hell she asked you to do. And Arionne, you need to be worried about why he concerned about his wife 4 years later. Why he telling me, if a man would have told me, hey, put this on your social media, I would have looked at him sideways like, what the hell you talking about? If you still in love with her, go over there and beat her. I'm not bothering that lady. She ain't bothering me. But instead, gotta do what Martell say, because Martell pay all my bills. Financial abuse, you dingbat. Freaking dingbat. And I hate to be disrespectful to people, because most of my commentary, y'all notice I am very, very lenient. But this one right here, she's a freaking idiot. And I don't hate Arionne, but she gets under my skin, because no matter how many people try to save her, she don't want to save herself. Let her sit in it. That man, 4 years, he ain't even put a ring on your finger yet. At least a promise that I'm going to marry. He may be engaged to you for 7 years, but he ain't even did that. Because you know what? He's still looking for his next option. You the placeholder, dingbat. You are the placeholder. And what he's trying to do at the end of the day, you will never be another male. He can't make you into another male. You all at the polo match with your little dress on, little hairdo, thinking you doing something because you hobnobbing with the up and coming people. Girl, people probably was sitting there looking at, ain't that the girl that stole his, he cheated on with his wife? That's what they were saying behind your back. Guarantee you. Because Sheree was there. And they probably said, look at Martell with his side piece. Look at Coleslaw. Everybody was saying it behind your back. Guarantee you they was. And you thought you was doing something, just smiling. With your girl, you closer to 40 than 30. You know, he wanted a young, fine thing. I took her husband with my eyes closed, bragging about it. I ain't never in my life. And then you all up in the picture, just smiling. You so happy you with him. I've never seen a woman so happy to break up a family with 4 kids, not one. I may be able to look past it if he just married for 3 or 4 years with 1 baby, 14 years of marriage and 4 kids, and you up here kiki smiling thinking you gonna benefit off of that. You will never benefit off of what you did until you and that idiot Martell make amends and apologize and ask God for forgiveness. God don't bless mess. You the first one talking about posting stuff about God gonna show y'all this and that. Girl, God ain't looking at you. You think God don't know y'all committed adultery? You think God don't see y'all in the bed at night? He's Almighty God. He see everything. He ain't blessing your mess. Stop. Like literally stop. And I can go on and on with this, but my problem with you and both of y'all is you wanted Melanie's life and you wanted Melanie's family. And you got it. But the problem is you have absolutely zero moral compass about what you did. Instead, you in photos smiling and kikiing. I got Martell. I got Martell. You don't even realize you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. So you came into this all wrong. All wrong. You came into this, I'm going to tell these heifers who I am. If you would have just rolled up and said, you know what, he lied to me. He told me they was going to get divorced. I was young. I was in my 20s when I met him, and I just believed him. I loved him. People would have had some empathy for you. But you didn't come in like that. You didn't apologize. You just came in talking crap. And let me tell you something. Those people who are in your face right now, say something about them. Say something about them, and I guarantee you they would turn on you. Just like as long as you was talking crap about Mel, Miss Wanda was your best friend. Soon you jumped on Tisha and Marceau, whew. Soon as you jumped on them, Miss Wanda turned around and changed and said, I would come whoop your behind or whatever. And I'm going to end this with this. I'm sorry I skipped over Tisha and Marceau. Tisha and Marceau, love y'all deaf. I'm going to make y'all real quick. Marceau, all I can say is, Tisha, why you laid up on a Mercedes Benz doing advertisements for Black Nika, whatever it was? Why you got your wife looking like that? You couldn't have found some younger models to do that. I'm not finna have my damn near 40-year-old wife butt shots doing booty hanging out with a sucker in her mouth. I know it was advertising for a 90s party, but get some younger people to do that. That's your wife. And I know, it's my wife. It just wasn't a good look. Tisha, again, your mother's killing your business. I'm gonna be honest with you. Marceau, your mouth and your mother-in-law is killing y'all business. And I mean that in all, I mean that with all respect possible. That lady she gets on there, she just yabba, people don't like her. She says nasty and disrespectful stuff to people, but then you want people to support y'all. And there are people out there who do like y'all, but it's probably more who don't, and that's why your business don't go as well as they do. Tisha, you could do so much better. Learn from Stormy, learn from Mel. Stop hating on them. Those are the two most successful females there. Okay? They living on the hill in the mansions. You had the opportunity to go learn some business accolades from them. Their door was open to you. And you blew that because you wanted to side with your mom and hate certain people, and side with your husband and hate certain people, when you should have been like, you know what, honey, you may not like them, but them my girls, and they're going to teach me the ropes, and I'm going to be there with them. I told you, you was a lady in waiting in my last video. You should be right behind them financially. You got the degrees, according to you, you're smart. Don't worry about what people say about you. You should be getting that together. You do have a fan base, but still not enough to sustain you to get you where you need to be. You back down there with Destiny. Marceau, man, you are needed for the show. Marceau is needed for the show. Tisha is needed for the show. I think y'all a good couple. Just open up more. And Marceau, just you provide comedic humor to me, but sometimes you go a little too far. Just watch your mouth. I know you got the Detroit, Michigan, Grand, whatever rap is attitude. I don't give a crap. I know how it is in that part of the world. I got family living in Flint. I get it. Okay? Just kind of chill out a little bit. Your event was a success, apparently. I don't know if you sponsored it or not sponsored. If you was part of it. There's all kind of rumors there. At the end of the day, people came and had fun. And that's it. You don't have to prove anything to nobody. Just keep moving forward. But once again, like I said, I want to see some finished products. Okay? Maurice and Kimmy, I can live with or without you two. I'll be honest with you. Open up a little more about what's going on in y'all lives. I'm not going to be too hard on Maurice and Kimmy. But just do a little bit better at some of the stuff that y'all got going on. And, open up a little more. Tell us a little bit more, because y'all just kind of sit back and be yes mans. And last but not least, I really didn't want this video to go too far. When I was looking at the photos where Martell was trying to turn Arionne into Melody, which is never, ever going to work. I noticed Mel just right there kicking with, Arionne at this polo thing. And my other videos, I said it. I call it like I see it. I said Mel was a I mean, not Mel. I'm sorry. I said Nell was a side chick. And that's what I meant. And as you notice in the video, she right there with Arionne. She understands Arionne. She gets along with Arionne because her and Arionne pretty much play the same role as side pieces. It is what it is. And I know she's going to say, well, just like Destiny, well, that's Martell's family now. Well, Destiny used a side piece too. So that's why y'all sympathize so much with Arionne. Y'all won't say anything negative about her. Y'all never say anything negative about her. Tisha don't want her around because Tisha don't want her spilling her beans on her husband because she probably know there's some stuff going on. But y'all three and Kimmy, y'all seem to don't let nobody say nothing negative about her. If somebody says something, don't say that. She's this and that. I understand. Because y'all all feel her pain because y'all all was in the same boat. All three of y'all were side pieces. Martell, for the love of God, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, stop trying to turn Arionne into Melanie. If you want Melanie, then you should stay with Melanie. Arionne is not her. Let her be the woman she or whatever she wants to be. But one thing she's never going to be is a Melanie. And y'all are not likable to carry a show. Nobody's going to watch a chick who destroyed a marriage of 14 years with 4 kids up in pictures on YouTube bragging about I took your man with my eyes closed and he licked all over her booty hole or whatever he did. And we supposed to be interested in tuning into that? What else is she going to tell us? She done told it all on social media, even though she tried to say, oh, that was all lies. No, it wasn't. You was bragging until you realized it didn't go off well with the audience. Then all of a sudden you want to pull back. And not to mention her part in the revenge P against your ex-wife. Nobody's interested. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Mel is no longer on that show, I'm not watching. Martell, he can go and I'll probably still watch. But you'd already lost Stormy, so that's giving me a 50% maybe not watching. Because I'm really at the point where I just watch it just to try to help some of you people keep some ratings. But I don't even watch it. I actually record it. I don't even sit there and watch it. I record it and watch it a couple of days later. But just to, now I know I said I was going to end this. So for me and the rest of the audience, the viewing audience who watch it, the ratings are continuing to go down if you think Trisha, Ken, Marquez, and the Scotts and Martell is going to hold that show. No. People tuned in for Melanie. And when Melanie leaves, people are going to tune out. Push her off if you want. And some of y'all are going to be looking for that extra check. And not to say you make a lot. I don't know how much you make. But for those of y'all who need that money or it's a part of your income, you might want to ride it out as long as you can. Okay? And let her stay on that show and stop harassing her, because if she walks away, well, she could walk away today and still it ain't going to change a beat because she got other opportunities. Her ex, is the one who's trying to freeze opportunities because nobody wants to deal with him. Whatever you suffering right now is from your own doing. You and that ragamuffin muffin heifer. Let me stop, because she is somebody's child. God forgive me. She's somebody's child. But whoever raised her need to go back and start over again. She need to be re-raised because she has no moral compass whatsoever. With that, Gen X is going to go and sign off. Go back to drinking out of my water hose and minding my business. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Sorry the video went too long, but sometimes we get to talking and we just, we have a lot of stuff on our chest. But I'm going to leave this show alone. My next video, I'm going to try to do something else. I hope them people down in Huntsville get it together, because I swear Jesus really need to fix that show. And if Jesus don't fix it, y'all might be at the unemployment line looking for something else to do. Not that y'all, actually unemployed, but y'all might be needing to find some other shows. I don't think nobody really going to watch y'all. I wouldn't watch any of y'all outside of this show if it goes off the air. But good luck to you anyway. All right. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Signing off from Gen X Nation.